On the flip side of this game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have I kind of feel like right now they're in a rebuild mode, right? Right now, I feel like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are kind of like, yeah, we got there, but we didn't really deserve to be there. But we were really good, but we're not really good. Like, the Commanders are kind of in this limbo type of state. When you think of this limbo state, you're like, we're older, we're getting older. We don't have really much young guys, but we're not great. They're kind of just in this Pittsburgh Steelers limbo type of state. Like, what do we do? Do we take a step back to get worse, to get better? Do we continue to try to build on this old roster, like all in right now? So, guys, I got to ask the question, how can the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get back to the postseason next year? Guys, the Buccaneers have some questions that need to be answered this offseason. They have some questions about what they're going to do this offseason. Do they re-sign Chris Godwin to a long-term deal? I personally think Chris Godwin is gone. With Jalen McLeman coming in late, coming on hot this season, and Chris Godwin with that ankle injury, I think Chris Godwin is out, right? I think he's done. I think this next season, the 2025 NFL season, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to have to take steps back to get better. Their offensive line, they're not terrible, but they got some contracts coming up. Can they keep that old line together and add some depth? That's the question. That's the most important question, but the most important question on top of that is their offensive line. Sorry, their offensive coordinator, Liam Cohn. He's gathering a lot of head coaching buzz. Guys, the Buccaneers averaged 28.6 points a game this season, which is second most in franchise history since behind the 2020 Buccaneers, which they won the Super Bowl. And then they got inconsistent linebacker play. Their linebacking core is young, very, very talented, but very, very inconsistent. So, guys, I got to ask the question, how can the Tampa Bay Buccaneers make it back to the postseason next year? How can they win the division or win the wild card next season and get there? I think the biggest thing that they have to do is address the offensive line. You have to sign your offensive lineman. You have to keep that offensive line intact because Baker Mayfield is the man. Simple as that. Simple as that. Laura says, getting ready to ride the roller coaster, Commanders fans. It is fun. Laura says, pundit chant doing an SOS on me. Y'all crazy. And John says, trade Baker Mayfield to Vegas for Aiden O'Connell. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with